Super Surviving Divorce. I'm Sarah. Oftentimes in divorce, it is hindsight is 2020, right? So everyone knows how important communication is in any relationship, especially a marriage, especially with family members. What usually breaks down before a divorce is communication and our lack of being able to listen and see the other person and hear the other person and know them. We almost, maybe for some reason, we don't want to anymore, or it just breaks down over time. No one really wants that to happen in a marriage. When we enter a marriage, sometimes it does. So if we get to the point where there's a communication breakdown and we kind of go on diverging pathways in the relationship, what is really lacking, I think, as I've thought about this afterwards and analyzed, hopefully that's what we do when we end a relationship or marriage, especially. We take some time to reflect and learn and not get stuck in the blame stage or the anger stage or the sadness stage. For a little bit, we have to go through those, but then we need to kind of pick up the bootstraps and go on, right? So with communication, psychological safety, I think, is a big component to communication in a relationship or a partnership, or even with parents and kids. What I've seen is psychological safety. It's when we have reciprocal trust and the feeling that we can be truthful and honest, and it always helps when we use I statements instead of you blah 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 blah. That puts somebody on the defensive. So if I can say, I need a gluten-free meal so I feel good the rest of the night, and if my response in return is, you're so high maintenance, why do I have to make a meal for you separate from everybody else, then that element of psychological safety kind of gets hammered down and you feel embarrassed, shameful, or you feel like you're just too much work and not worth it. So that psychological safety gets compromised. And then the next time there's a meal, we're a lot less likely to say, hey, can I have the gluten-free pasta? Right? So over time, that takes a toll on the relationship, and we're less likely to want to go out of our way to accommodate somebody else's needs. So if we can, instead of making someone feel shame or embarrassment, because I don't think anybody wants to do that if you truly care about somebody, or guilt, and even extreme cases like when there's emotional abuse, there might be passive aggressiveness or which is a form of punishment, really. No one needs that. That doesn't help anybody. So if we have the respect and sensitivity and caring for each other, which should be there if you care about people, then we have that component of psychological safety. And then people feel comfortable saying what they need and want in a relationship. And the more that's exchanged and practiced, the more the other person wants to do it with you too, right? And your friends, basically, which is pretty much the baseline for any healthy relationship, is having respect. It's really important with my kids, so they can come to me and talk to me, and even hopefully through high school with issues that are, kind of big issues. If they have that element of psychological safety, like they're not going to feel shamed or embarrassed, and they can come and trust us to tell us anything and not get punished for it, then those lines of communication are always open. And actually what I've learned in my practice as well, when I first started out 20 years ago, I thought that I had to prove to people that I knew a lot, because I had awesome teachers and Chinese masters, and clinical experience, and I thought it was that I had to prove what I knew for them to want to come and get treated from me. And knowledge is great, but what I have noticed, especially and learned over the years, is that people need to trust you first in order to let themselves put their healthcare in your hands. And I myself find that even when I look for a healthcare practitioner, and that has far more benefit or for both people if there's mutual trust and respect and somebody takes the time to listen. Then you know too that they can be super book smart, but if they don't care about your health and well-being, then why would you ever go to them? There has to be that psychological safety element there, right? In any relationship. So as we reflect and look back on our relationships from the divorce and our relationships going forward, because of course, if we want to be wiser in life and have better, more productive relationships and quality, more comfortable, relaxing relationships and be ourselves, then we need to reflect and learn and grow. And then we can have that awesome relationship that will be nourishing for us and ultimately healthy on every level for us, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and then keep us grounded to the earth and we walk with integrity. And ultimately that would be great, especially after surviving a divorce, right? So remember, you're more capable than you think and stronger than you know. If you have questions, please comment, and I'd be happy to get back to you because I love talking about health and wellness and psychoneuroimmunology and acupuncture and people. And Super Surviving Divorce provides actionable, accessible information to light up your path for hope, health, and happiness. Thank you.